Hey guys, there's Group 1. We will introduce Cheng Shin today. First of all, let me talk about Cheng Shin exclusive summary. Usually, cooperation will build a different brand for different customer, like Marges under Cheng Shin. Then Cheng Shin is the first cooperation who using radio layer tie technology. That's why Cheng Shin tie is more durable. Even Cheng Shin did a great job on tie. They still sponsoring a large number of sport events cause their marketing. For keeping high reputation, they built a test field in Chinese called Margis International Level Test Field. More tests, more guarantee. After the opening, you may ask, what is the reason we chose Cheng Shin? For this question, I will say, almost all vehicles have wheel, all of them need tire. And Cheng Shin is the best Taiwan Thai cooperation. That's the reason. But the last few years, overcapacity, saturation, and many phenomena reflect the industry has developed into the phase of maturity. Under these phenomena, can Cheng Shin make it and keep high reputations? Let's go on to the next speaker for more detail.
Hello everyone, I'm Jason from IBS. In my talks, I will introduce the product value chain of Thai's industry, introduction of Cheng Shin, and the corporate life cycle. First, these are the upstream, midstream, and downstream of the Thai's industry. From upstream are the raw materials industries such as synthetic rubber, natural rubber, salt, chemical, and valve company. The midstream is the truck, sedan, motorcycle, bicycle, and the other types of tires manufacturing company. Lastly, at the downstream application are the racing tires, overseas and domestic tire sales, foreign and domestic OE group depot, and foreign and domestic vehicle transportation market. The current competitors are the world top 10 tires company such as Bridgestone, Michelin, Goodyear, and so on. The potential competitors are Taiwan domestic tire company such as Kenda, Nangang, Huafeng. The second part is the introduction of Cheng Shin. It is a renowned Taiwan tire manufacturing company for the quality of its products. Cheng Shin also ranked top 10 tires manufacturing and sales company in the world. They producing various types of tires for different vehicles. Cheng Shin has 6 brands to sell its product at different levels. And we are going to analyze the whole corporation itself since any of the 6 brands can't solely represent and affect Cheng Shin. Then I will talk about the corporate life cycle. Cheng Shin is currently in a mature stage in the global tire industry. The phase of the impact of COVID-19 last year, Cheng Shin operating income decreased by about 12% compared to last year. However, since it was avoided due to Cheng Shin's strict management of employees, machineries, raw materials, construction methods, and quality to prevent waste of resources. Cheng Shin greatly reduced operating costs by about 60% and operating expense by about 9%, resulting in about 23% and 71% increase in the operating net profit and net profit after tax compared with last year.
Hello, I'm Frank. I'm going to analyze Cheng Shin's special framework, but I've just mentioned the more important part: economic, legal, and environmental. Why economic is important? Because Cheng Shin is a sales-oriented corporation. It sells products to domestic and global markets, so they need to monitor the interest rate and exchange rate of other countries. It will directly impact the liabilities and the revenue of the corporation, but they don't need to worry about the inflation. Their products are consumer products with high demand, so there's no serious impact is expected to the overall operation. As you know, the process of making tires causes pollutions to our global, so Cheng Shin need to obey the strict regulations from government in order to produce tires legally. The company's mission is to provide perfect services to customers, so they dedicate in providing high-quality product and maintaining lifelong co-partnership with customers. The vision is to be a highly respected corporation in the world. They have several values to consist on, like manage with integrity, work diligently, contribute to humanity, and their goal is to expand scale overseas and adopt sustainable environmental management. Cheng Shin's consumer contains all kinds of vehicle manufacturers, and they have 6 brands to provide different levels of products for customers. They provide safety designed and high-quality products to maintain a long-term partnership with customers. They also have distribution bases and overseas subsidiaries to sell their product. Their key activities are manufacturing tires, quality management, engineering, and so on. They also got patent, techniques, factories, and human resources as the key resources for operation. One of the key partners is Sporting, because they sponsor many motorcycle speed races. Why they have to do that? 1. Is for advertising. 2. Is to prove that their tires are high quality product by letting the players to use their tires.
Hi, I'm Cheng Shin from IBS. First, let we see the core competency of Cheng Shin. Cheng Shin continue to develop a full range of product and local sales methods for different markets, like different regions require different tire types, and focus on the research and development and maintain the leading position in market and manufacturing technology, and give full play to the economic scale advantage of mass production. We can see the chart, which shows the quantity of Cheng Shin's production and sales. The figures are very well. Due to the environmental regulations have become more stringent, which will increase Cheng Shin's operating costs. So they research low rolling resistance to reduce the carbon dioxide emission for vehicle for consumption. Next, let we see the sustainable competitive advantage. Cheng Shin, in order to enter foreign markets, like enter the American market, the brand message was upgraded, and this brand positioned as young, adventurous sportsman. Cheng Shin also provides product damage compensation service, and provide massive 24-hour towing service. About market strategy, focus on sports marketing and sponsor number of sports events. Help the manufacturer in OEM production, including which called Benelli tires and Yokohama tires, causing Cheng Shin export order to increase. Also extend brand value. Let Cheng Shin become as the symbol of motorsports. Cheng Shin has clear market segmentation in order to enter different markets, have brands with different price points. Among them, methods focus on the high-end market in Europe and the United States. After Cheng Shin entered China, it competed for low price based on local conditions. The clear market segmentation allows Cheng Shin to avoid the threat of low price counterfeiting by Chinese rivals.
I'm Raymond Wu from IBS, and I'm representing my group to introduce 5 forces analysis of Cheng Shin. As the table above the page shows, the red part means they have high threats against Cheng Shin's operation, while the black ones are less influential. Therefore, I'll separately introduce them in 2 pages. Let's begin with the red cubes. The central one is the intensity of competitive rivalry, which is quite threatening for Cheng Shin since Cheng Shin is only ranked number 9 in the global tire industry sales ranking, and its market share is only about 3.7%. Meanwhile, other brands from China, Japan, the US, etc., which have deep financial strength and brand popularity, also keep working hard on developing advanced R&D technology to produce better tires. The second threat for Cheng Shin is the bargaining power of buyers because of the tires with various features and wide range of price level from different brands for customers to compare and choose. And let's move on to the black cubes, which don't bother Cheng Shin too much. First, the threat of substitutes is quite low since the common pneumatic tires still won't be replaced by new types of tires due to the immature techniques. Secondly, the large crowd of suppliers of raw materials such as natural rubber have low bargaining power since they are low forward integration and the prices are easily affected by natural factors. Finally, new entrants have low threat against Cheng Shin since the threshold for entering the market is pretty high. Last but not least, I want to talk about Cheng Shin's financial performance. As we can see from chart, Cheng Shin performed poorly after entering 2007 due to the four main reasons, including spending too much on investment overseas such as in India, being affected by fluctuant rate of currencies and production costs due to unstable political and economy affairs, and some industrial phenomena such as overcapacity and market saturation, which eventually lead to low price competition.
Hi, I'm Antonio Chai from IBS. First, I want to introduce downstream in vertical integration. In 1988, Cheng Shin established Cheng Shin Tire Sales Company and cooperated with Koya Company to expand export channel in Japan. In order to start diversified operations, it also invests Pacific Security Corporation in Taiwan. In 1990, Cheng Shin started to set up a factory in China and invest some value company in China. It started a joint venture with Japan Toyo Tire via established Zhendong Mechanical Company. Second is horizon diversification. For economy score, because of numerous automobiles are produced, the demand of the tires are needed. Therefore, there is a huge potential market for Cheng Shin. For economy scope, Cheng Shin economy scope include tire manufacturing industry, such as mechanics, petrochemical force, and all kinds of tires. Using horizon diversification can ensure the materials are provided and reduce the material cost. For BCG matrix, Cheng Shin is star in BCG matrix. Cheng Shin is regarded as the world top 10 brands in the tire industry and focus on advertising marketing to increase exposure to drive market growth rate. For instance, it sponsors a lot of sport events. For governance mechanism, Cheng Shin have 100% shareholding and have strong control of their subsidiary and affiliates. Third is challenging encountering. For internal circumstance, after the founder Roger died in 2019, he was unexpectedly removed by the board of directors. He was replaced by the former general manager Cheng in 2020. For external circumstance, although Cheng Shin recognized in the tire industry, its market share only had 3.7% because their technology cannot break through and cannot develop high-end or unique type of tires. That's its suggestion. The former chairman Luo Cairen concentrated too many resources on R&D. He believed big investment will bring big gains, which led Cheng Shin distrust from shareholders. However, the new chairman Cheng Longhua found methods and using sales strategy to focus more on brand management, which make Cheng Shin more prosperous than before. Therefore, Cheng Shin should keep doing on brand marketing. There is our reference material. Thank you for listening.